Now, there's something I use on every single character, no matter what class, and you probably use it as well. WeakAuras. If you don't already use WeakAuras, then of course you're going to have to get it downloaded, but I want to show you a few key WeakAuras that I use, especially on my Paladin, that I just don't want to play without. And a couple of them have only been updated recently, literally in the last week, but I used them in TBC, they've been updated for Wrath, and they're absolutely amazing. The one we're going to talk about in particular in this video is going to be Wrath Mob Lexicon version 1.3. Now, I'll put a link in the description to where you can download this from, but I just want to show you what it actually does, because, quite honestly, it's pretty mental. So what it actually does is it shows you on the mob target that you've actually got targeted every single ability that that mob can actually do. So if it's one ability that it can do, it will show you, but you can literally have a quick read. So before you pull anything, before you pull a trash mob or you pull a boss, you can have a quick look at what abilities it's actually got, so you can better prepare yourself. You might see one that you know is interruptible, so you'll know that that mob, for example, does a heal. So you know, right, I need to try and save my interrupts for that particular mob. But it literally is just a WeakAura that you import into the game, and then all you do is just hold one button when you're highlighting a mob, and it will show you exactly what they do. Let me show you. So what I'm actually going to do is just fly over to Utgard Pinnacle, because I haven't actually done it today, and if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I solo it every day to try and get the mount. I don't want to teach any of you how to suck eggs, but if you're not sure where to get WeakAuras, just go on to CurseForge. For ease, just make sure you download the actual CurseForge client, and then once you're on it, it's quite as easy as just going to get more add-ons, and you'll probably see WeakAuras pretty much on the front page somewhere, but just literally type in WeakAuras at the top, press enter, and then press install. Mine's actually got an update, so might as well update it while I'm here. And that's another thing. If you use the CurseForge app, it makes keeping your add-ons up to date a lot easier, even though I don't check it quite as often as I should. Now, if I just show you in earlier's raid, where we actually got Undying, finally, you can see down the bottom right when I've got a mob actually targeted or my mouse actually highlighted over it, you can see the abilities that they actually do. So like you can see here when we're fighting KT, when I've actually got KT highlighted with the mouse, you'll be able to see the full list of all of the abilities that he does. And like you can see, they're all there. Frost Blast, Shadow Fisher, Frostbolt, Detonate Mana, Frostbolt Volley in 25 Chains of Kel'Thuzad, and then Summons Guardians at 40% HP. Now, obviously, when I was raiding, I was just recording the raid just in case we got Undying like we did. So yeah, go team. But I never actually held the button at any point to expand the abilities because I didn't need to. So I'll just jump in Utgard Pinnacle like I said, and I'll show you what it actually looks like. So now we're actually in UP. You can see the Dragonflare Seer here, for example. So looking down at the bottom right, it's got a Healing Wave, a Chain Lightning, and a Lightning Bolt. And then it says Control for details. So if I hold down Control, it now expands that tooltip down the bottom to show you exactly what it does. So Healing Wave calls upon nature magic to heal an ally. Chain Lightning strikes an enemy with a lightning bolt, then arcs to another nearby enemy. The spell affects up to 3 targets, inflicting greater nature damage to each successive target. And then finally, Lightning Bolt just blasts an enemy with lightning, inflicting nature damage. Now, some of them have got actual values. So if we look at Grave Strike, for example, on the Death Seeker, it actually tells you that it's 2.8 to 3.1k shadow damage to nearby friends of the target after 5 seconds. And if we look at the Hulk, for example, at the back, you can see it inflicts 200% normal damage to an enemy and knocks it back. And it's also got Volatile Infection, infecting a target for 30 seconds, causing it to inflict nature damage to its nearby ally for every 3 seconds. Now, if you already know everything that absolutely every mob does, probably not that useful to you. But if you're like playing an ult and you want to quickly look at, you know, a mob to see, oh, has it got a whirlwind? Particularly if you're a melee or something like that, or again, does this mob, has it got a heal? Has it got anything important that I need to interrupt? You can just very quickly see at a glance exactly what that enemy in front of you can do. I personally used it all the way through TBC, and now I've seen that it's actually updated for Wrath. Well, it was actually a guy from the stream who came in and let me know that it was updated because he knows that I was a big fan of it in TBC. So, of course, I'm going to be a big fan of it in Wrath. So I just wanted to let you know this is what it does. I'll put a link in the description of where you can get it. And again, obviously, you need WeakAuras to be able to then import it into the game. But that's quite as easy as going onto the website, which the link, again, is in the description. Pressing copy, and then in-game, just type in /WA, go into import, and then paste all the text into this box, and you're done. Now, over the next couple of days, there's going to be a lot about WeakAuras, because it's something that I don't talk a lot about, and I just want to get them out there, because there's 2 that are really good. Now, I could have left them both in the same video, but then that's no good, is it? I need more videos, so they're going to be in 2 parts, but this is the first one. Next one should be tomorrow, and that's going to be a banger for anybody who raids. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. And obviously like the video. It helps more than you know. So just bang the like button. Doesn't cost you anything. Why wouldn't you? Check out Rested XP if you don't already use Rested XP, or the Gold Guide in particular, the Gold Assistant. Obviously the channel does get kickback from that as well. Roll the outro. There's lots of ways you can support the channel to keep me here putting out World of Warcraft content and covering all future MMOs. Consider joining the channel as a member. You get access to emotes, everyone will know you're a member when you comment on future videos because you get a nice icon next to your name, and you get access to members-only videos, which I'll be putting a lot of on the channel throughout the year. Additionally, there's a Patreon link in the description as well. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you on the next one.